For months, we kept hearing that Red Bull was done, that Max Verstappen no longer had a competitive weapon in his hands, that McLaren was dominating, and that Mercedes, with Russell and Antonelli, was coming back to take everything. But while everyone was talking, something shifted behind the scenes, quietly, in the shadows of the paddock. And now, after the Canadian Grand Prix, it's Red Bull that's starting to look scary again. And no, it's not just because of the win in Imola. There's something much deeper at play. Max Verstappen has stopped smiling in interviews. He's stopped answering reporters. He even cut off Ted Kravitz live on air. But anyone who thinks that's a sign of weakness clearly doesn't understand the three-time world champion well enough. That silence isn't resignation. It's focus. It's frustration turning into strategy. And McLaren would do well not to underestimate these signs, because when Verstappen shuts himself off, he usually comes back more dangerous than ever. According to internal sources, Red Bull has uncovered a hidden advantage that could change the course of the season. A new way of managing medium tires that has thrown both Norris and Piastri off balance. In its attempt to make racing more exciting, Pirelli has opted for softer, more sensitive compounds. And while McLaren struggles to keep up the pace over the medium to long term, Verstappen's Red Bull has become a surgical machine when it comes to tire preservation. Quiet, steady, deadly. In Canada, Max overtook both McLaren drivers on pure merit. No undercuts, no chaos, just raw performance. And if it weren't for a penalty in Spain, we'd be talking about 3 straight weekends exceeding expectations. A trend that in a championship as long as this one makes all the difference in the world. Especially when your direct rival, Oscar Piastri, is young, fast, but not yet used to the pressure of defending a world title lead. The truth is, Red Bull is no longer the perfect machine it was in 2023. But it has found something that was missing at the beginning of 2025. Strategic consistency, technical adaptability, and most importantly, a hunter's mindset. While McLaren leads, Verstappen is chasing. But he's doing it with ice in his veins, with that sense of the limit that only a few on the grid truly possess. And even though his future remains clouded by question marks, one thing is certain. If he finds his rhythm, Max won't let go. His contract with Red Bull runs through 2028, but everyone knows there's an exit clause. And if he truly decides to trigger it, Mercedes and Aston Martin would open their doors in a heartbeat. Toto Wolff has repeatedly praised the Dutchman's talent, and some insiders say the courting process is already underway. But beware, Red Bull hasn't said its last word. Team Chief Engineer Paul Monahan confirmed it himself. The next 2 races will be a crucial test for Verstappen's title chances. Silverstone and Spielberg, 2 circuits where aerodynamic balance and tire management are absolutely critical. 2 weekends where Max has already proven in the past that he can make the difference. If Red Bull can maintain this upward trend, the World Championship battle will be right back on. Especially since McLaren waiting as far ahead as they are and has started to show cracks. In qualifying, under pressure, and even in internal dynamics. The incident between Norris and Piastri in Canada didn't go unnoticed. And while everyone focuses on results, there's another issue simmering beneath the surface. The growing tension between Verstappen and the rest of the paddock. George Russell's behavior under the safety car says, with Red Bull accusing him of baiting Max into a mistake to earn his 12th penalty point, reopened old wounds. The kind from 2021, when Hamilton and Verstappen collided multiple times, splitting the F1 world into fans and critics. The difference is, today Max is more experienced, sharper, but also more alone. Lawson and Tsunoda have scored just 7 points combined all season, and that's forced Red Bull to give up on fighting for the Constructors' title and focus solely on Verstappen. Everything is on his shoulders now, and he knows it. He feels it. He carries it with him every time he climbs into the car and drops the visor. Now there's only one question left. Will it be enough? No one knows for sure what Max Verstappen will do in 2026. Maybe not even him. But if there's one thing this season is teaching us, it's that having the best car isn't enough to win. You need vision, you need strategy, and you need ice in your veins when everyone else is losing their heads. And this is exactly where Verstappen might have his true secret weapon. everyone else's chaos. The paddock is buzzing. The FIA is under pressure. Teams are pointing fingers at each other. And while McLaren shines in the numbers, the cracks within are beginning to show. Lando Norris lost valuable points in Canada by pushing too hard against Piastri. It's not the first time the two have danced on the edge between collaboration and rivalry. And when you're leading the championship, every mistake counts double. Every gesture, every poorly timed word can turn an advantage into a liability. Verstappen knows this well. He learned it the hard way in 2021 when every inch of the track against Hamilton became a mental wars. But today, his rivals are different. Younger, hungrier, but maybe not quite ready to bear the weight of an entire season under constant pressure. Max, on the other hand, was forged in the fire. And even if his explosive personality still stirs controversy, just think of the Sky Sports incident. What really matters is what he can still do on track. And there, he remains one of the very best. What's truly changing, however, is the sense of belief within Red Bull. After months of uncertainty, bad upgrades, and internal tension, the team seems to have found solid ground again. The package brought to Imola has started to show real signs of life, and Paul Monahan's words leave no room for doubt. The next two races won't just be important, they'll be decisive. Silverstone and the Red Bull Ring, with their contrasting characteristics and unpredictable weather, will test not just the car but the mentality behind it. And the truth, even if few dare to say it aloud, is this. If Max comes out of these 2 weekends with solid podiums, the title fight will be wide open again. Especially because no one, not even Oscar Piastri, has yet proven they can handle the pressure of being a long-term leader. The talent is there, the car is competitive, but the cold-blooded mindset? That's where championships are won. And that's where Verstappen might make the difference. Meanwhile, time keeps ticking. Points keep adding up. And the sense grows stronger. Something big is coming. Maybe a return to the top. Maybe a final break with Red Bull. Maybe both. The unspoken words, the looks exchanged in the garages, the strategic decisions. Everything points to a fragile balance, one that could snap at any moment. And when it does, who will truly be ready? That's how Formula One works. It changes in the blink of an eye, and the one who seems out of the game today might be the only protagonist tomorrow. Verstappen doesn't need sympathy, nor approval. He only needs what he knows best. A car that listens to him, a team that follows him, and an opponent to chase. Everything else is noise, everything else is distraction. While others worry about political strategies, public statements, and power games, Max prefers to let the track do the talking. If Red Bull can truly capitalize on this new medium tire management, and if the next two races confirm the trend, we could be witnessing yet another major twist. The kind only Formula One knows how to deliver. The kind that rewrites the story of an entire season. In the end, the real question isn't whether Max Verstappen will stay with Red Bull. The real question is, who's going to stop him if the predator we saw between 2021 and 2023 really comes back? Because if that Max wakes up again, no McLaren, no Mercedes, no FIA will be able to stop him. So, whose side are you on? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to find out how Mercedes' future is shifting with Antonelli and Russell, click on the video that's now appearing on your screen. Thanks for staying with us all the way to the end. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment with your thoughts and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next big bombs from the world of Formula One.